Ryan.
Inside
Did,
baseball on the baseball field, David.
we'll,
Did you
we'll,
catch the World Series yesterday?
no, I don't watch baseball.
Longest World Series. I just started. Sam's a big baseball
Really,
dork
I can't do.
because she
Can I?
liked.
Can I do that? Let me
Say
say
whatever
this.
you
Let
got.
me let me just say this about baseball, and I'm like sorry because I know there's people who love baseball. I can gladly, and I have, go to a baseball game and enjoy myself. If
Hmm.
it's on TV, I'd rather run full speed into the TV. Like to me, that would be more. I would prefer that. Like whatever outcome, the CTE. Like I don't care. I can't sit and watch baseball on TV.
Okay. Yeah, a couple chicken wings and some beer makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, well, I don't like beer either. Chicken wings will make me happy though. I
You
guess
also have shitty chicken wings in Pennsylvania.
yes, 100%, yes. But let me just say this: there are a few spots that I've found that are, if you're into a flavor, you're okay. If you want a regular hot wing, which everybody else on earth calls buffalo wings, people in Buffalo just call them wings for the record. Um, not really, nothing good here. Ryan, on the show today, Ryan tells me we got to keep it tight 15, and then he goes into rants about chicken wings and baseball. No, I didn't watch baseball because I can't. It bores me. It makes me sad. Um, man, there's a leaked video. We just got to get into it. There's a leaked video. You tagged me in it. It's the first exposure I had to it was Ryan tagging me in it.
The
And
one time I beat you to something, David.
I've seen a lot of comments on this video, and a lot of people are saying things that I agree with. Like we'll play the clip, but let me just set the stage. They're saying things like, "Man, he's kind of it's kind of weird. Like the whole thing's weird. Like your friend just got shot, but like you're taking a video, a selfie, and then like how did he know he was dead? Well, I don't know. Maybe because the severity of the shot. Like to be honest with you, like when I saw the close-up image that I hope you still haven't seen, um,
Still have not. I can honestly say I have not seen a picture, a screenshot, or even the video.
mhm, keep it that way.
Still to this day. Yeah. Oh, I plan to.
Because when I saw it, I said that guy's dead. 100%. Seeing that video, dead on site, no fucking doubt in my mind. When all these people were coming out, oh, they got him. Oh, he's in critical condition. No, dead. No chance. No fucking. The amount of, I don't want to even get into it. It was just bad.
There was
So
just blood
like,
everywhere.
it was bad. So the guy like being that close, saying, "Oh, he's dead," like you probably would think he was dead. But there's one thing, and we're gonna play the clip. There's one thing that I haven't seen anyone mention that to me is weird. It's weird. It's not how somebody would speak. I'm not saying it's a smoking gun or anything. To me personally, it seems off. So, and then there's a quick I wouldn't say quick, but there's a little breakdown. There's 3 people from TPUSA explaining it. And I want to break that down a bit too because it makes things more awkward for me. This is the leaked clip that Ryan had tagged me on that everyone's talking about. Let me bring my camera back. I don't know what I did that for. And get this up here. So this is a TPUSA staffer. By the way, Ryan, you can't see anything in the other clip, but TPUSA staffer, and apparently this video was leaked out. Candace Owens played it on her show, and this is, as my understanding is, like literally as this is happening. Like this seems while it's taking place, in my opinion. But here it is.
They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie.
I didn't see the side-by-side camera.
They just shot Charlie. He's dead. God help him.
Okay, so
Pre-
it's a little, yeah. Go. That's fine.
I'm pretty sure I'd be crying if my friend got shot in the fucking neck in front of me. Like, not to be a bitch, but like, I probably would be more overcome with emotion. You would think he'd be shaking. Like, I mean, everybody handles things different. I don't know. Everything, hindsight's 2020. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and
Well,
act like
that's
I'm a fucking forensic psychologist. You know, but like, I've literally been in pretty crazy situations. I saved people's lives. I seen a guy drive through a telephone pole and I had to hold his neck until he get the fucking paramedics. Like I've saved I told you guys about that time that autistic guy was slamming his head on the ground, and every time after, like when shock is over and you can actually sit there and say something like that, I shook every time. Like adrenaline caught up to me.
let
You
me
know,
let
and I'm a
me
strong person. I'm not no soy boy with a fucking double chin like this douchebag. Like like I literally have the most dangerous job on earth. And I have more emotion. I have more empathy. I have more like understanding of danger, I guess. And this is just pure projection, clearly, David.
yeah, it's one of those things. I've said this on the show several times. I'll say it more in the future, and I stand by it every time I say it. But you don't. I said this about Erica Kirk too, but like you don't really know. Not everyone's going to act the same. You don't really know how you're going to act in certain situations. So it's not that I'm necessarily judging his reaction to all of this, but it is. I'd like to think, regardless of what somebody's reaction may be differently than mine, I'd like to think my reaction. Ryan, say we do this. We go to a college event and you get fucking shot.
Probably
I
happened.
I can't imagine my initial reaction is to pull out my phone and do a selfie. I just don't see a world where that's where I'm going.
Can I be honest with you? It
Y-
almost sounds like he was like the guy that was like, yo, just tell us where he'll be. You know what I mean? And be like, oh, he's just gonna be sitting like you casually give information and then a tragedy happens after, and it's like, fuck. Like I gave him the information to kill my friend. Like, do you know what I mean?
But yeah,
It'd be like, yo,
maybe.
dude, park your car. Your car's gonna be completely safe. Just park it over there. And then like a fucking semi comes and smokes your truck. You're like, oh fuck, dude. Like, if I never told you to park your car there, it would have never got destroyed. Like, I don't know. This is it's not my best breakdown. I love with you. I just think this guy would be more fucking shook. I don't know. Like,
I would think that
how,
too. I
how are
would
you
assume
not
that too.
shook when you could have been shot? Let's be honest. Anybody there could have been shot and killed. A ricochet, stray bullet. You don't even know if there's more than one shooter. Like, isn't that always like a
Well,
thing in these
okay,
public shootings?
yes, hold that thought because we're gonna get into a separate clip on this, and that is actually one of the points somebody makes. This is from TPUSA people. Um, but let me say this too because this is the one thing I caught too that I haven't seen anybody else catch. He says they shot Charlie, they shot Charlie, they shot Charlie, but later in the video he says he shot Charlie. To me, that's weird. And maybe I'm making too much of the wording of this.
Do
But
they
to me,
know if he got a
that's
death
strange.
threat that day? Like, did he get a warning that, like, you piece of shit, if you show up to the event, I'm going to kill you? Like, was that ever, have they
Well,
released any internal memos or, because I know he got a lot of death threats, he said.
that's the thing is he got so many. I think at some point you probably drown them out a little bit. Not that you ignore them. You never ignore them. That's why he would show up as security detail, right? Because obviously you take all those seriously. But I would imagine it gets to a point where it's like every time I do one of these, I get a death threat. Every time I do any show, I get a death threat. Anytime I do anything, an autograph signing of show, just anything, I'm getting death threats.
How far was the shot? Did they ever give, like, an official footage? Because I remember when it first came out, do you remember that they said that it, like, ricocheted off his bulletproof vest and fucking hit him in the neck, and that's what
Yeah,
killed him? Because I almost wonder, like, was it the aim? I'm assuming the guy aimed at his face.
that
Like,
is normally where you would
I
aim.
mean, if a guy's sitting down, I'm sure, like, in Call of Duty, I shot everybody in the head. You know what I mean? I just happened to hit them in the neck or the chest or whatever if they ducked. Like every time I played a video game, Halo, Gears of War, fucking Ghost Recon, like I'm shooting you in the face.
The approximation is 142 yards.
And he had optics, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I would assume based on that metric
200
that the
yards.
bullet,
Yeah.
yeah, the bullet
Keeping it
dropped.
real says 200 yards.
Yeah, I'm thinking at that he probably did put the bead on his head and the bullet dropped and hit him in the neck. You know, they say at about 100, I think it's 100 yards, your bullet drops, like your grouping drops about 4 inches, 4 to 6 inches. My dad always told me when you shoot a deer at 100 yards,
This,
if you want to hit it in the heart, you aim at the top of its back. Not only because the deer might duck, but the bullet will drop.
yeah.
So that's 6 inches, you know? So
Uh,
6 inches from here, the neck, I guess. That
yeah.
makes sense to me.
Get a rope says they plural or they singular.
They, those, them, zers.
Yeah, Z definitely.
Z's.
See, we had the same conversation with the Trump assassination attempt too, because I remember everyone thinking like, I kept hearing this, and I haven't heard this with the Charlie Kirk thing, but I heard this with the Trump assassination attempt. Oh, that was such a far shot. He must have been a professional trained shooter, and I'm like, no, I don't think that was the case at all. I mean,
A standard shot's 100 yards at a range when you're sighting
not
in a
that far.
rifle, a shotgun for hunting.
Yeah, not
You
that
know,
far.
not that you're going to shoot a deer at 100 yards every time. You know, my family, you know, optics is with optics, I'd shoot at 100 yards. I would shoot open sights at 100 yards if I knew what was behind me at an animal all day. But like if a tree's in front of it, I'm not doing that. It would have to be like fucking out in the open. But at 100 yards, a deer is still like, you know, we shoot a bowling pin at in my family's range, we shoot a bowling pin at 100 yards. And I've hit the neck of a bowling pin where like the stripe
I,
is at 100 yards with iron sights
yeah.
repeatedly. And I am a novice shooter at best, you know?
I wasn't. I want to preface this. I wasn't doing competition shooting. Okay, but I used to when I was younger. I would frequent the range. And 100 yards
Terrorist.
was was literally nothing. I mean, we were hitting fucking. My dad had this. It was like a 22 pistol though. And we were hitting like dinner plates at 150 yards, and that was a pistol 22. Like, it's not that hard of a hit. Like when people say things like, "Oh, 140 yards, 200 yards," oh, there's no way you must have been a trained. Not why.
At 200 yards, a train killer would dot Trump's eyes.
Yeah,
That to me, like it'd be like
it's
you'd
not
hit
that
here at
complicated.
two. Yeah. You would have precision. Like a trained marksman would fucking, it wouldn't graze his ear.
And to your
It
point,
wouldn't hit him in the neck.
this shooting was clearly clearly a novice shooter. Clearly, that's why the drop hit occurred.
Yes.
So yeah, but the point of the video was the video to me is, man, I don't know, it's weird. It's got a chilling feel to it because like everything that's happening around him seems so real, and yet the video that he takes seems so fake, and it's really bizarre. It's hard to
Like a crisis actor, David, some would say.
well, Ron, we're gonna get sued for the GDP of countries.
Yeah, fuck these people. Go sue me. Sue me. Go ahead. Sue me. I'm not paying.
I
Yeah, I'm
can't
not
pay.
paying.
I can you can make it
I mean,
make it 2 billion. You know, if somebody sued me and it was 1.5 billion dollars, I would say make it 2, make it 3, make it 10. Who gives it? Make it $1 trillion. It does not. I can't pay it back. Once you get to a certain point, I can't pay you. I don't care what you make it.
it's
Make it
the
10
GDP
trillion.
of countries. Yeah, you're
Make it the
expecting
national
somebody to
debt.
pay.
You have to pay the national debt off. It doesn't matter. It's never going to happen.
Yeah, you have to pay the GDP of India. So I have to produce as much as 10 billion people, like as 10 million people's fucking economies. It's never gonna happen.
Uh,
How is
this
that not cruel and unusual punishment? Like, I don't know how we haven't
well, it's just a fine, right?
summit just a
Um,
fine of GDPs of countries.
Get a rope says maybe it was meant to look novice. 4D chess.
Ah, there we go.
It was it
Yeah,
was a
because him
skilled
sucking off a
marksman.
guy that, yeah, skilled marksman sucking off a girl that's a guy that's, yeah, this. I know what you're saying, get a rope, you know, but conspiracies could be endless. I only brought up the drop thing because, like, only people that shoot guns know about drop. You know, like realistically, like only people that think about that shit.
Well, the
Like
average
you
Call of
play
Duty player
Battle,
doesn't think about drop, I don't think.
well, because Battlefield has drop and Call of Duty shoots a straight line. Apparently, it just shoots forever. So, but Battlefield, I don't play video games like I used to. But Battlefield, you would have to, the further it went away, the more the bullet would drop. You see the bullet drop, like it had realistic ballistics.
I'm pretty sure at this point in life, even Fortnite has drop.
Yeah, I mean, Mark Wahlberg, the movie Shooter with Mark Wahlberg. I know I'm kind of dating myself. I always go to movies, but that's based on a book. But in that movie, they actually talk to you about how snipers shoot, and they have to factor in at certain distances the Coriolis effect, which is the rotation of the Earth, can alter your bullet's trajectory. Like especially at like a mile, like
So
in that movie,
you not only
he
have to
shoots at a
aim
mile.
high, but then you have to aim to the left
Well,
X
dude, the
amount too.
wind,
So you have to aim
wind,
high and to the left and account for wind. So now you're like somewhere up
the
over here,
the
especially if you're doing
grain in
like.
the bullet matters because like at certain distance, like yeah.
And some of these people, like the real skilled like military snipers and stuff, they're hitting shots at what, upwards of a mile, right? Am I like
There's a
wrong?
place out here in Batavia that you can shoot at a mile. It's a gun range, but you have to prove you got to earn your bones. You know, like they make you like, all right, you got to hit 500 yards, then you can hit 1,000 yards. But they do have the space. It's low, you know, it's an hour drive from my house. You can go shoot a mile and hit a
A
target.
mile shot is fucking crazy.
Nuts, dude.
A fucking mile is crazy. 200
Nuts.
yards, I could peg every time. 200 yards is not a hard shot. Back to
It's not a
TPUS.
hard shot, but it's not an easy shot. You know, like you have to be some kind of like not proficient, but you can't. I
I,
couldn't take my kid to the range and hit 200 yards with her. You know, like you have to have some kind of like decent training and understanding of the mechanics of a firearm to hit successful consistently at that range.
I,
Is all, you know.
yeah, but I mean, realistically, I don't know. Uh, how good could you be after a day at the range?
Way better than 0 days at the range, David,
Way better
obviously.
than 0 days at the range. You can get pretty good.
Yeah.
You're not going to be hitting a mile, but uh, the TPUSA. Okay, so
Toilet paper USA.
no, there's 3 guys here, and they're going to break down this leaked video. Okay, and they're speaking on
Wait a
behalf.
minute. They are doing damage control on something that their people did again?
Well, you could call it damage control. They're speaking
What
on
else is it,
behalf
David?
of the guy who shot the original video that we just watched. And it's a longer clip. As always, I can pause it. But I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think they successfully, as you would say,
How about
controlled any damage here.
how about they let the guy that filmed the video say why he filmed the fucking video? How about you
He's,
just do that and like instead of have 3 other people murky the water, instead of adding to conspiracies, let's eliminate them and have the
well,
person that actually recorded the video speak for himself.
I'm assuming Ryan, that guy he was probably really busy, so they got these 3 guys to do it instead.
Of a video that went viral this weekend, and it's a video of Charlie's chief of staff. We made the decision that we wanted to address this head on because, you know, candidly, there's so
Something
much
Ben
intrigue.
Shapiro
And I'm
told you
going
to
to do
do.
a generous thing. The intrigue is because people care about Charlie. Okay, so that part I understand.
You're more generous than
I don't think so.
Yes.
I don't think that's why people care. I think they care because we watched a guy well, I didn't watch it, but people seen a guy get politically assassinated and they don't believe the official narrative. I think that's the only reason people care. I truly think if people believe the official narrative at a mass society level, we wouldn't be discussing even if Candace Owens, I mean, look at what they did with Alex with Sandy Hook. They said he was crazy till the end of days and sued him for it. Okay? So with that train of mind, like people don't believe it. That's why we're still talking about it. Because if not, it would just be honoring his legacy, fucking building statues, having the fucking chairs, maybe cement that spot as the Charlie Kirk fucking Memorial Center. Like there would be the Boulevard name, like Candace said. Like there'd be like the movement would be about his legacy, not about the murkiness of his assassination. In my opinion.
Yeah, I actually agree 100%. That's exactly where I land on that. Now, there probably are people who care because they care about Charlie, and maybe not anything more than that. But I would say the large majority of people. For example, I said this yesterday. Candace Owens, I actually believe Candace Owens, I've said this, believes what she says she believes. And I do think Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk were probably, at least behind the scenes, extremely close. They were publicly whatever, but I think behind the scenes they might have been very close. And I think she's actually hurt when she says they betrayed Charlie. I feel like she was betrayed. So I think she's coming at this a little hotter than most. But I would say most people probably fall in between of the Candace Owens, who is like after blood, and the people who just kind of care about Charlie. I think most people fall where you fall, which is like, I don't know. The main story doesn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, it does make sense. It makes sense. It could make sense that some radical kid didn't like him. He was trans or whatever. He got up on the roof. He shot Charlie Kirk because he didn't like what Charlie Kirk had to say. That story could make sense. But when we start talking about certain aspects of the story, when you really start breaking it down, even though on the whole it makes sense, some of the specifics fall apart. Like Charlie Kirk was a moose and the bullet couldn't go through his neck, or whatever this theory
Taking
is we're
apart the
talking
gun to
about.
put it together to jump a fence to have it apart. And is this dude's Twitter handle, X handle, really MJ Truth Ultra?
I mean, it's up on the screen. I can
It makes me think you lie. Like, I've also, like, let's be honest here. You do give your opinion, asshole. Like, you're not. Like, I've never come out here and said that everything I say is true. I just don't believe known liars. That's the mass distinction between Dave and I's commentary and these other, like Ben Shapiro. I know he's irrelevant now, but like Tucker does a good job of like just reporting what he knows or what he thinks. You know what I mean? And that's what we've always done. I've never like gone in public and say this is 100% fact. It's always like, I don't believe that. You know, like I'm actually the opposite. I'm like trying to find truth through my opinion. I'm not saying my opinion is truth.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because it seems like that has kind of fallen apart for some reason. Almost like it's almost unacceptable to have that mindset where you're going at it as you just described, where it's like, man, I don't know, something doesn't feel right. Let me dig into this. That has become unacceptable. It's conspiratorial. Whereas what is now acceptable, it's the only acceptable thing, is here are the outlined approved facts, and then everybody just lists like bulletproof points, you know, this fact, this fact, this fact, this fact. I'm about the facts. You can trust me. I'm not misinformation. And then people like us who are asking questions and trying to dig to the bottom of things and trying to, you know, this doesn't make sense in my opinion. This doesn't make sense in my opinion. Now we're conspiracy theorists. We're malinformation, disinformation, misinformation, Ryan. And I just don't know why that's unacceptable now. Like, when did it become unacceptable to ask questions and to just have gut feelings on things? Like, trust your senses, as I've always said.
I like
It
this
seems like,
comment. Zionists paid Charlie not hundreds of millions. And he could say that after I got all the money and the notoriety, I cut ties with you. Quote, those people who are committing a genocide are going to do nothing. Secondly, prove why they did it, because who else is powerful enough to make the United States government FBI cover up their crime? I mean, sure. I mean, this is the JFK. That's basically a JFK argument. His family was bribed by the mob for decades, and then his dad said, "No, we're not doing that." And JFK said the same shit, and they fucking shot him. I'm not under the guise that like the Zionists paid him, and then like I get that scheme of it, but if he really got paid like that, there'd be a paper trail of money, right? Which
well,
would be back to the whole receipt thing, David.
Candace did leak that text message chain where there was a Jewish donor, and I mean, I don't know how many Jewish donors are there, hundreds, thousands, but there was a Jewish donor who was going to pull a large sum of money from Charlie Kirk and TPUSA. And you know, he was not super happy about it, if I'm honest. So I don't know. You can start putting like these little bits of information together, and you can start coming up with a story that actually does make quite a lot of sense. It's just tough to it's tough to dive right in and be fully committed to something like that.
I also have a problem with the Zionist thing because we just seen with the ceasefire, these people don't look. Israel doesn't need to cover up anybody. They said that the entire city was booby trapped. Like, they just insult your intelligence. They don't need to pay somebody off and then fucking shoot them to shut them up. Like, really. Netanyahu looked at me and Dave and everybody in our audience, dead in the face, said, all the buildings were booby trapped. To be like, I mean, maybe, but probably fucking not. They just violated the cease order because he said Hamas violated the cease order. Two wrongs don't make a right, first of all. But second of all, you said this before. Like, anybody halfway paying attention understands that, like, something just ain't right. And also, I'll go even a step further. As much as power as we think the Jews have, I think our government is just that fucking like it's a power thing. Like, the power system is larger than Israel. Like, it's larger than the Jews. I'm on the Rothschild conspiracy and all that shit. I've been down all that. They're all Jews, fine, but it's larger than Jews, dude. Like, it's got to go to Satan at some point. Like, it's just dark energy. They're saying that these fucking tech millionaires and billionaires are tripping on ketamine, talking to the AI gods, dude, and they're summoning dark energy. I've heard that for years. Like, that's beyond Jews. You know what I mean? That you don't need Zionist money. And also, I don't think Charlie Kirk had that much influence. Let's be honest. And if it's just about donations and donors, how come more people haven't been fucking shot? Because honestly, Charlie Kirk, my mom didn't even know who Charlie Kirk was until he got killed. So how much influence did that guy have? So Sam's grandma didn't know who Charlie Kirk was until after he was killed. How much influence did he have? Just with young people? Millennials are the largest generation in American history. It don't fucking matter about young people. Now, I know it matters because their demographics conservative, battling in college. I understand. Ben Shapiro did the same shit 10 years ago. Like, Charlie Kirk did the Ben Shapiro model, the Steven Crowder model, changed my mind. Did the same model. He didn't do anything different, but the generation's different. Like, it just, none of it makes any sense. Like, it don't make sense. It's not just Jew money that he had donations from, because how many fucking people get their donations pulled? That was a problem with censoring Dave and I on the internet. Was well, ad revenue. Okay, well, you're not killing Alex Jones because he said some shit about Sandy Hook. You're not killing Steven Crowder when he told Daily Wire to get fucked. The Jews didn't kill Candace Owens when she left Daily Wire. Maybe they tried. I don't know. I know, like, this is an endless road here, but, like, I don't think causation, like, I don't think correlation equals causation. Like, I don't think it's just like, oh, fuck the Jews, we're going to pull your funding. Now we kill you. Because honestly, with the amount of money we give Israel, what's $100 million? Nothing. Money is not relevant to these people. They print their own money. If we're going full conspiracy here, they print the money. Who gives a fuck how much money they gave them? I know money gives you freedom and power, but in this train of mine, you're telling me that all the people that get donations from their donors are somehow held liable to them? I agree with that sentiment, but when we're talking about people of dignity and character, which is, I only say that because that's what they said Charlie Kirk was. Once again, where is his shadow? He's the fucking Jesus of our time, maybe, but where's his shadow? They're doing awfully good job of not having the negativity of him come to light. There's more negativity about his death than about his character as a man while he was alive. Even Martin Luther King was a fucking pig. You know? That guy is married to Miss America. He liked hot women. But talks about lust, right? You know, why don't you marry a fat broad, dude? Yeah, like that, like use some discernment on this. Like, this guy picked his wife for a reason. He liked the way she looked. Because I'm sure there's some fucking super huge bitch in Kansas that is a way better housewife or way closer to God than she was. Like, stop. Like, I just have the problem I have is we have painted this guy as a myth. He's a myth now. Like, the man is inseparable from the story. But I keep seeing shit like this. I know we haven't even rolled the clip, Dave. I'm sorry, but like, these people are telling me that they're MJ Truth Ultra. I'm the Ultra Truth. I stand on truth. I know I fucking play with words, Dave, but words are important. They all mean things. Like, the truth is ultra. You have the Ultra Truth. I thought there's only one truth. Like, how many levels of truth is there? You have truth and
I
lies.
just take it as a play on MK Ultra.
I like that. But I thought MK Ultra wasn't a thing, David. Which makes me tend to believe that these people, that Dave, you just fucked me with that one. These people know how to brainwash you if they know about MK Ultra. They reverse engineer MK Ultra to make you like conservatism. That's all that is. They bought the ad revenue to have it be on your fucking phone so that young people see it more. It's all Ben Shapiro did. He tells you about it. Take put Facebook ads, put money back into the company. That's literally what Ben Shapiro's business model was about Daily Wire 10 years ago. I've seen him say it. They know how MK Ultra work because they reverse engineer it. It's Overton window is actually the term, the political term.
Are these like random YouTube names? Jabamura6169. I don't know how to say that. He said he has some influence, 2 or 3 million. And not only Charlie, they recruit everyone in the left and right, so they need everyone. It's interesting. Matt Gaetz, I think he was on Tim Pool's show when he said this, but he said that I think it was APAC, if I'm not mistaken. Like, when you do their donor meetings, the like, hello, my name is like Charlie or whatever. He says, dude, there were like QR codes. So you'd walk around and you'd talk with these donors, and you'd be in like the middle of a conversation. They'd just fucking scan your QR code so they could donate money to you.
That reminds me of the movie Taken, David. I think it's the second one that he catches like global pedophile rings or sex trafficking, and they do that in strip clubs, and they like have the girl come out and there are all these dudes in a room and they're pulling out their phones bidding on the girl, and it's like an auction. Am I mistaken? Did you see this?
No, that was I think that's in the original Taken.
No, it was in the second one, I thought. Either way, but yeah, either way, like it's a thing. Like, and that's weird. QR codes on your fucking shirt, dude. It's just like pigs going at the fucking Erie County Fair for slaughter.
And that's fine. And I am going to give you the floor here now, Blake, because you were there and you actually interacted with Mikey. You were with Mikey. You left the scene and then connected with Mikey. So explain what the video is.
All right, I'm not going to set the scene. I'm not going to wallow in at length, but people have. It's gone viral and people have asked us to address it, and we're going to do so briefly. The video, without going way into it, is by, I can't even remember the guy's name. Someone made a video that is attacking Mikey, Charlie's friend, Charlie's chief of staff, a guy all of us know, a guy who we've seen on the show here the last few weeks.
Okay, so the guy in the video that they're talking about was apparently Mikey, and he's Charlie's friend and chief of staff. Keep that in mind.
They are attacking him, claiming, based on a few seconds of clips, that he allegedly has like a nonchalant or calm reaction to Charlie's murder. And I'm just going to be blunt about this. This is a extremely disgusting attack. And I can speak to that because I was there when it happened and I was next to Mikey when it happened. And what I can say is, I can't say every single thing that happened, but I want to talk about this specific narrow thing, that the shooting occurs. I am next to Mikey. Both of us hear a loud crack. We both turn. We both see Charlie, who has been shot. Both of us, I think at about the same time, that means there is a shooter who is on the scene. And, you just hear the crack, so you don't.
Okay, so Ryan, this is the point you were making earlier coming up here.
No, did it come from far away? Did it come from close? Is there a mass shooter unfolding right now? So I and him both had the reaction of, let's get out of here before we are both shot. That is not us abandoning Charlie. Charlie had a security team. They all leapt immediately into action, and they got Charlie out of there, which was what their job was to do. My job was not to get in the way and screw this up because, I had to be a hero. That was not my job.
That to me is a weird thing to say as well.
Yeah, okay. I don't expect you to. It still comes back. It's if you were both, how come you're not both collectively telling the story? Also, if this video never got leaked, would this ever be addressed?
No, of course not.
It's kind of like the tax form from the other day, eh?
I remember even running past, both of us going past the SUV that we came in on, and me thinking, should I
Supposed to
get
trust
in that
your
car? And
photographic
thinking,
memory during a
that's really
super
stupid thing
stressful
to do.
moment as well.
And
Very
then I
funny.
kept going. So I was not with Mikey.
Well, he remembers
I don't
his
remember
quivering
being with
lip,
him. I think I
Ron.
was ahead of him as we left. And then we get out, and I run for, can't have been more than 15 or 20 seconds. And then
Don't actually
I
know
realized
time
there
slows
hasn't been
down
another
the
shot,
tragedy.
so the shooter has likely been detained or stopped or something, not in immediate danger. I paused.
Okay, so this person ran for 20 seconds, didn't hear another gunshot, thought he must be detained.
Yeah, it was an assault weapon, so we're good.
As I look around me and I see Mikey, there, and truthfully, I will never forget what I saw, because I've seen Mikey almost every day for the past 2 years. I know his personality very well. He's a very bubbly guy. He's a very happy guy almost all of the time. And I'll never forget what I saw, because it was clear in the moment that he was profoundly freaked out. What I'll always remember is the way his lip was quivering, which I'd never seen before. And you very rarely see from someone that he was freaking out. And then I think he literally said to me, I might be imagining this, but I think what he literally said was, he was looking around, and then he says, I need to call Erica. And then he takes his phone and he begins calling Erica. And I don't want to disclose how that call unfolded, but he did that. Your mind extends all of this, but that is happening within a minute of all of this occurring. I remember he calls Erica. Around the same time, I pull out my phone and I call my mom just to say, Mom, there's been a shooting. You're going to see it on the news. I'm okay. Pray for me. I've got to go. And I remember that call. And around the time I put that phone away, and then he
Show me the call
calls
logs.
his dad. He calls Rob McCoy.
Show me the
says,
call logs.
Dad, someone shot Charlie. You need to call all of your pastor friends. Charlie was hit. We need everyone to pray right now. And that's what he told him. And I guess it's very disgusting for me as someone who witnessed this, who saw Mikey hugely distressed and then step up in the moment, because after that call was over, I saw Mikey get total mastery of himself, that he realized he had to step up in this situation. And from that point, he was like a general directing a battle, where he was, grabbing people and saying, okay, we need to get to the hospital, and we need to.
When did he film the video and all this?
Well, clearly while he was being a war general, David. Super bubbly guy, but he's going to snap into super high leadership role. Into war general, super focused, okay.
Charlie Kirk's chief of staff and father lie about his son, calling him just after the shooting and saying he is covered in blood when we have the video showing him leaving.
Also, isn't this the guy that took the camera from behind the fucking tent or whatever? Like the guy that in the leaked video. Wasn't that one thing?
What was this?
Dave, I haven't seen the video, so I don't actually know what happened here, right? But from my understanding is after Charlie was shot, there was a camera behind Charlie that somebody went up and grabbed the SIM card out of it or something. If I'm not, I've seen this. I've seen this multiple times on the internet as a point of contention, that it's basically another angle from the shooting that we've never seen, because it was basically behind them. It was like a GoPro set up on the tent or something.
Boss Talks podcast says yes, Candace is spot on. The camera thing, I did see something about the camera behind Charlie Kirk. The things I saw were things like, well, this was actually the gun or some crazy shit. Not to just brush it off as crazy, but come on.
The whole thing's crazy. We watched a political assassination in real time. The whole thing's crazy.
I did not see anything about the SD card. That's interesting too, because if that is the case, There's a
I
guy
definitely
who,
I seen it with my own like I've seen a video, it could be AI, David, deep fake. I definitely have seen a video of a guy going for a camera and taking it. I didn't watch the whole, it was just that part of the video that
yeah,
people said that this guy is taking the fucking camera.
Chet says there's a guy that immediately removed the camera. Yeah, that's fucking that again. That's one of those things where it's like you don't do that in the heat of the moment. That's not on your
Not my
mind.
first thing I'm
Your
thinking about.
mind isn't like, fuck, better take the SIM card out of the camera and do a quick selfie. Like that is not in the realm of the things you're thinking. And I'm sorry, he said something about security detail. He's like, oh, it's not my job to rush in there. Again, I just go to a situation where I'm not thinking, well, good thing security's got him. I'm thinking like, dude, this is my friend.
My friend got shot. My friend got
fucking
shot. Yeah.
coworker, my friend, like security's got his back, not my job. Like, dude, I don't know.
I'm gonna call my mom. I'm gonna call my mommy.
I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know. Maybe our character is different or something. But like, I just can't imagine a world where I'm like, security's got him covered. Better run. I gotta call his wife real quick to let her know he was shot. And then I gotta call some other guy, and then I gotta do a quick selfie, and then I gotta be a general directing battle.
Yeah, the problem I have is like people panic and like we're herd animals. If you see people panicking, you're gonna just naturally panic. Our nervous systems are kind of linked at that point. Like this guy snaps into fucking. Does he have military training? Is he a trained police officer? Does he have security? Like the only people that act like that in stressful situations are people that are desensitized to stressful situations. And the only way that you get desensitized, David, is either you're around them a lot or you train a lot. That's why cops are supposed to train more. As an electrician, compared to an apprentice that's never touched a live panel in his life, I'm way more comfortable being around a 200 amp bomb than a kid who knows nothing. Do you understand? Like, I literally look at people I work with and say, don't touch anything, you'll fucking blow us up. And then I'm in there fucking around making jokes. I'm serious.
It's a different level. The guy who took off 0.87 seconds after the shot and was like to the parking lot before Charlie hit the ground.
Cowards. Yes, cowards. Dave, I'm dragging you out of there myself. I don't know. I don't know what I'm telling you. I'm going to save my friend. I don't fucking shoot me. For all I know, that guy was still alive. I could have put pressure on his neck. I don't fucking know. I've saved people's lives before.
No, Ryan,
Like,
that's not your job. Security details got him covered.
The fuck, it's not. I didn't choose to. I was just right place, right time, and I naturally reacted. I didn't think to go run over there and save that kid's life from fucking smashing his head in the ground. I just ran over there and I don't even remember what I did. I just did the shit. Like, it's kind of like being a parent. Like, it's just something awakens in you and you like naturally have these biological things built into you.
Yeah, any other murder, if someone removes a camera, the FBI will arrest and immediately investigate. Yeah, I mean, at some point, that's what obstruction of justice, I would imagine, right? Like you're tampering with the evidence. Crime scene. Yeah, like you can't just start changing stuff. Like that's not how this works.
I mean, I could tell you a story about when I got busted with something, David. I went and grabbed it off a ledge, and the cop was like, "You can't do that, dude. Give me that." And it's like, "All right, dude.
Can't do that. I'm already in trouble. What do you mean I can't do it?
I'm already in trouble." No, yeah. What do you mean? I fucking hit it. You didn't see anything.
You're gonna get me in double trouble. Like, who gives a shit at this point?
Yeah, I was just trying to fucking get off with a little slap on the wrist here, Mr. Police Officer.
Come on, guy. Fucking give me a shot here.
Just pretend you didn't see it, dude. Laughs at judgment.
Pretend it's a bag of cocaine at the White House. No camera saw it. We're not interested. It's not important. It's not like
Hunter Biden was in town, David.
Yeah,
but
it was right by the Situation Room. Like nobody's gonna. Yeah, we're not that concerned.
Do these things, and you guys need to wait here. I need to get in here to get information so that I can get it to Erica. And when we learned he was dead, he came out and he told us, and then he says, now none of you can say anything that you've heard because Erica is not going to hear about this from anyone except me.
Can I ask a question? I've just been thrown into this 10 minutes ago.
I think I told you
he's fucking Erica. He's fucking Erica. That guy's fucking Erica.
I think I told the story a little bit before, but I did hear
such a bastard, dude.
From somebody that I trust, I would say. I think I said this on the program before, but that there was a theory that Trump they held off on announcing Charlie Kirk's status because Trump wanted to announce it. which is fucking crazy. I don't know if anyone has heard this theory before, but to me, that's fucking wild. Like all these people, like people were actually going out of their way to say, like, oh yeah, he's actually he's contained, he's in critical condition, but he's okay. Like knowing he was dead, so Trump could be the one to announce the actual news.
But there's a suggestion online that Mikey, Charlie's chief of staff, one of the most sincere people you'd ever meet, brilliant, Christian, kind, everyone he ever met in his entire life, couldn't hurt a fly, was part of a conspiracy to murder Charlie. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
It's vile. It's utterly vile.
Who would do this?
Like,
what type of individual? Just to create content, do we think, or is there some? What's the ulterior?
What you guys are doing? The same thing you guys are doing. The same fucking thing. Trying to figure it out. Because honestly, all I think you guys are doing is creating content. It's kind of weird how you would say that. I'm sorry. Dude, I've seen the magic bullet with JFK. I seen 9/11. I seen COVID. Why would I just take face value of anything? I seen you interfere in a fucking election cycle. Barack Obama tried overthrowing a duly elected president. What the fuck are you talking about? Just creating content? Is that all we're doing, David? I'm just creating content to try to stop the overthrow of humanity from fucking AI robots?
Maybe, Ryan. Maybe we're just bored. We have nothing better to do.
Yeah, I love you, David. I love talking to you every day, but I would love to just be able to live my life in Netflix. I just can't go home and turn the TV on when fucking robots are replacing 30,000 Amazon employees. It bothers me. It bothers me that you're just like, no, it's fine. It's not fine. It's not fine that you think people are out here asking questions, even though it doesn't make any fucking sense that a guy could disassemble a gun, put it together, jump down, suck a tranny's dick, and then magically get away. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It don't make any sense. I didn't even see the video. And it don't make fucking sense. You told me his neck was so thick, it protected people behind him. What gun did he get shot with? 308 or something?
30-06.
Yeah, I've seen that blow holes in deer. Deer have thicker bones than a fucking human. You double lung penetrate deer with that type of round. Now, granted, it would hit some of the bone, David, and deflect. I get it. Oh, his neck's so thick, he protected the people. It's a myth. You guys are propping the myth. Now, I'm not going to say this because I, Jesus Christ is Savior, David. But it's the same thing the left accuses people of with Jesus. It's like, it's just a story that you're embellishing. Erica's going to hear about it from me. Why? Oh, you got to be a hero to the guy. The what? That's what you care about, is being a hero to the widow? You fucking scumbag. You're trying to fuck a guy's wife, you scumbag. Yeah, tell me he doesn't have a thing for that. Come on. Is that going to be the next video? I'm just creating content even though I think you guys are all trying to fuck her?
Can't even blame him, honestly, right?
Miss America, everybody wants to fuck her. That's why she's Miss America. Oh, do you remember the joke? Like, I just want world peace. Like, oh my God, she's so sweet and she's sexy as fuck in a bikini. Give me a fucking break. But I'm going to trust the 18-year-olds or all these college kids. Yeah, we're just down here because we like the guy. I think the people liked him is because they were just... Charlie Kirk was the conspiracy to their college. You know, like when you think about it, everything that he talked about was just like basically a conspiracy to the school system. Have a family, have kids, have that. Like, now to us as older people in society that live and know married people and know successful people and know what it takes, we're like, yeah, you should want to get married and have a family. It's fucking dope. That's what like the top dealership owners, David, they're all married with children, aren't they?
Yeah,
they all go to church
not
on
sleeping
Sunday.
with any of their employees.
Definitely not fucking the employees. All them billions of dollars, dude. It just makes my dick soft. Just super soft dick with my $1 billion. You know, I'm really sure, honey. I know you're super hot. And you wear that short skirt here at the office you don't wear for your husband. But my $10 billion dick that gets in my BMW every day, it definitely doesn't turn you on, honey. I know you like going home to your little cardboard cutout fucking box of a house that's right next door to your neighbors with the same house. And you both drive a fucking Honda Civic that you lease for $238 a month. Completely fine with that life. Women are naturally hypergamous. Fucking
Let's be
joke. You guys,
clear.
you're literally just There's rules to power. You know what the first rule of power in 48 Laws of Power, Dave, is? Never
Sure.
outshine the master.
Got it.
Never outshine the
Right there.
master. What can you do now that he's dead? What can you do now that he's dead? Shine all the light you want. You can outshine him all you want. Oh, I was doing this. You're going to act like a hero during a national tragedy, during a political assassination, and then you're going to tell me that we're just creating content because I don't fucking believe you? Because your whole business model is wrapped up about keeping this guy's image as perfect as you can. Because the second, mark my words, the second something comes out, it dismantles his entire legacy. Especially in the modern era, it's real easy for us to look at JFK and Martin Luther King and Gandhi and fucking Rosa Parks or whatever, George Washington, right? George Washington was a great man for all these years, and then only all of a sudden he's a scumbag because he had black slaves, right? Right? The modern context. So I'm supposed to believe a modern mythological figure? I'm sorry, dude. He's not Harry Potter. He didn't kill Voldemort. Like, I don't.
Chat says, let's be clear. There's no way those people like each other. They're dealing with hundreds of millions, and for sure there is a lot of hate because everyone thinks they deserve more money.
They wanted to be him.
Yes, I was just going to say more money is not the only part of this.
They wanted him. It's about power. There's laws to power. You don't need wealth to be powerful. I've said this before, the fucking most powerful person in medieval Europe was not the king, it was the jester, because he was the only one that could make fun of the king. But he could only make fun of the king when he had his 5 seconds of fame, right, David? When the king allowed the jester in front of the court. This is the only time he had power. But when he had that power, he was the most powerful man that ever existed in the kingdom. Those people wanted to be him. That's why he's Mr. Truth Ultra. He thinks his words are the ultra truth. Got to brainwash me out of the lies, right? Words aren't important, though. That just fucking sounds. They're assholes. These people are assholes that were jealous of this guy. He had a hot wife, was rich as fuck, and had kids, literal kids they're going to hang on his words for the next 50 years of their lives at his fucking fingertips. They were going to buy every book. They're going to go to every podcast meet. They're going to go to they were going to do everything that guy said. None of these guys have that same outreach. To be honest, the only reason they have an outreach now is because they're riding on the coattails of this guy's legacy that they're trying to keep up so that they remain relevant, so that they don't lose their influence. Because now they got the power. It's not about the money. It's never been about money. They can print money. They're changing our money to crypto. What the fuck's money doing? We're going tokens, dude. We're going to Chuck E. Cheese tokens. We're DLC coin. We're Fortnite coins. Tell me I'm wrong. It's the microtransactions. That's all dude, they might even call that in the future. Your microtransaction complete when you fucking buy out of Tops. At least I got my reward points getting rewarded for shopping somewhere. Fucking assholes. Get my gas points for 40% off my fucking gas. That's 40% higher because you know I'm going to turn into points. This is the Black Friday shit. They jack up the price a month before Black Friday. Black Friday, they lower it back to the original sale price and make you think you fucking saved money. These people wanted to be him. I'm not creating content. You are. Because you could have created content to get a fucking audience before. TPUSA, yeah, because you're shitting all over America. Assholes. And what, I got to worry about ad revenue? Take the ad revenue. Dave's going to keep all the money and replace me with artificial Ryan anyways. If I get shot in the neck, chat, just fucking go to Dave's house. He's got the fucking bullets with my name on them.
Don't worry, Ryan. I've paid.
I looked, dude. I looked when I was at your house. I see the fucking engravings on that 223 round.
I paved security handsomely, Ryan, to save your life as I run away.
Yeah, they got
it. I will post a selfie to Rumble immediately while it's happening.
Can you imagine, dude? Yeah, security's got my best fucking friend, my millionaire friend with his hot wife. I'm gonna go call the hot wife and tell him that your husband. There. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold her hand at the wake too, you scumbags. Wife's only gonna hear about it from me. She gives a fuck who she heard it about if she really loved the guy. Really? Serious fucking question. Well, at least I didn't find it out on the internet. But I'm going to say, I seen a video of their daughter going, oh, Charlie Kirk, drove by like a banner. So how much you got to keep going? You got to milk this shit. You won't even let America heal over it. But I'm supposed to believe the official narrative? Is this a grandstand to prove that the left is violent? I'll go political on this, Dave. I'll get off personal shit so we're not attacking a family of children. Is this just political grandstanding? Because let's be honest, if this was the left, they'd be talking about gun control. So what are we talking about now since we're the right in power and we're not talking gun control?
Left control.
Right, we're talking about controlling the opposition. Where's the power? Is it the gun or the opposition control, David? Mao Zedong said political power comes out of the end of a gun. Ain't that some shit? Also, it's not that it's the gun that has the power. It's the thing it silences. That's the political power.
The gesture's speech.
That's why the first is first, David. Yeah, now, yes, I know the gun is going to kill other people, so it scares them. But that's the thing. You're not scaring me. Like, shoot me. I don't fucking care. I know my speech pisses you off. I sued the state of New York for civil liberty violations. They don't like me. I know that. But don't send your local cop down here to fucking pull me over and blow my brains out. Shoot me for something good, dude. And he did. That's why they killed him. They, him, Zemzur.
He, as referred to.
They're making a mockery of my fucking intelligence. I'm not even that smart. Because once again, David, I just don't believe people that have lied to me my whole life. And I'm asking, and you're telling me we're just creating content? Go fuck yourself. But you're the truth? Another law of power, David. And actually, I think it's the second law of power in that book, Dave. You might be able to just look real quick, but it's something about never trust you should trust your enemies more than your friends. They make a better ally than your friends.
Hold on.
And in that book, Robert Greene.
Law 2 is never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies.
And in that book, he talks about how there was this Asian general, I forget whatever, Tao, Zhao, Cao, Bao dynasty. And China for millennia, what would come through is when a new dynasty would come through, the new dynasty would kill all the people from the old dynasty. And then what's going to happen when that happens? All those people would start fighting up against the new power. It created a lot of destabilities in the Chinese dynasties. So somebody broke the chain, David, and instead of murdering all those enemies, he invited them all over for a big feast, got them all drunk, and he said, everybody leave the room but these people. And they thought that was it. They thought they were going to get killed. Instead, he said, hey, here's some land and a wife. Hey, here's some land for a wife. Hey, here's some land and a wife. And you know what he did? He made I don't know how long, but it was hundreds, maybe 1,000 years of Chinese dynasty with stability, because what he did was he made those enemies friends. They have way more to prove. An enemy has way more to prove to you than your friends do. Your friends will take you for granted. Your family will take you for granted. My family's the first one to take food out of my mouth. Literally. I'm not supposed to believe his friends aren't trying to fuck his wife. You know what? I bet you he knew it.
It's funny. I haven't read this book in a little while now, but I'm just going. Law 1, never outshine the master. Law 2, never put too much trust in friends. Law 3, conceal your intentions. Always say less than necessary. So much depends on reputation. Court attention at all costs. Get others to do the work, but take the credit for it. Make people
That's
come to you.
my favorite one.
Use bait if necessary.
Yeah.
Win through your actions, never through argument.
What was Charlie Kirk doing? Trying to win people through arguments, David.
Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Use selective honesty.
Content creation, David. Don't you mean?
When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. Crush your enemy totally.
Total war, Rome, total war.
Use absence to increase respect. Keep others suspended in terror. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Know who you're dealing with.
Yeah, you don't build fortresses to protect yourself. People wondering about that, you just make yourself a bigger target. That's one of the greatest books of all time. Robert Greene.
I don't know. I don't know if you want to put a cap on this. I think that's...
Look, I'm going to put a cap on it. Candace Owens, I love you. You're amazing. Protect yourself, but you're onto something. And I know she's not going to say it because she's a woman. They wanted to fuck his wife. They were jealous of the guy. They hated his power. They hated his influence. I'm not saying it was Zionist donors either. I wasn't saying it was his friends working with Zion. Enough people didn't like the guy, and I bet you a lot of them worked for him. So it was real easy. I listened to the Tucker Nick Fuentes podcast. I'm like almost done with it. Also, he breaks down porn on there and relationships very well. Nick Fuentes is actually a very intelligent man, in my opinion. It's the first time I've actually given him the long form discussions a chance with him. But yeah, I don't know. Candace, you're onto something. I know you're gonna drop receipts as they come. They say I don't know if it's gonna be a buy all end all enough to unzip whatever, but I ain't gonna just hide behind a Jewish conspiracy. I think it's far likely that the people closest to him had the most disdain for him. So it makes it a lot easier when you're jealous of people. To me, it makes more sense that people were trying to take everything he had, his family, and everything that was closest to him, than some Zionist fucking 100-millionaire deposit. Because human nature is human nature. And until we figure out how to fucking wash the blood off our hands, we will keep having this happen. Dave Ryan, December 17th, 73. Catch us on Rumble and YouTube for the greatest podcast in all of human history. As always, David, I appreciate you most for your time. And until you assassinate me, I will see everybody tomorrow.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan.
Wait.
Thanks, chat.
Thanks, chat. Bye, chat. Chat, I'm cooked.